Today we're looking for champions, and champions are looking for gold. It's time for Gold Rush. It's time to crown the first ever Double R Racing Champion. This is a single elimination tournament. We're going to see the best of the Hot Wheels side take on the best of the Matchbox. It's time for Gold Rush. Okay, we're going to start things off. First round, we got Lil Red, the winner of our last tournament. That vehicle is going to get a bye into the second round, so it doesn't need to race this round. So we're going to start with the Volkswagen Golf against High Voltage.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
The Golf defeated High Voltage and will advance into the second round to take on Lil Red. And keep in mind, Lil Red can lose once and get another chance to take on the Golf. Let's move on to the next one. We got El Segundo against Burlesque.
Let's go.
Well, it looks like we got a restart. We're going to change lanes and redo the race. Okay, I think we changed lanes correctly. We weren't paying attention. We got Burlesque on the outside and El Segundo on the inside. Let's hope somebody crosses the finish line. Burlesque wins. Meanwhile, El Segundo, which I believe made it to the Final Four in our last tournament, could not make the death curve and is eliminated. All right, we got What For against the Dodge Viper. I believe the What For made it to the Final Four in the last tournament. I don't remember. It made it farther than Viper. So we'll see what happens this time around. No doubt, What For, the clear winner. No doubt, What For. We got Drifsta against Track Ripper. Both look pretty fierce, but how will they tear up the track today? Count it down.
3, 2, 1.
Another victim of the death curve, Track Ripper. Meanwhile, Drifsta advances. All right, we have what we call the soccer car taking on the Dodge here. If I recall correctly, last time the Dodge did not stay on the track, and it seems like that's kind of a pattern in today's races. We have already had 2 derailments, and I think we're going to see a third one.
Victims.
All
right. 3, 2, 1.
Well, like we thought, soccer car wins because we got a car down here. Wow. Somebody call the medics. We got Time a Taxi, the yellow car, or how Kay refers to it, the Jurassic Park car. If Jurassic Park had taxis, I guess. And we got the Fiat, number 5. Hopefully both stay on the lane, because this is going to be quite a violent tournament.
It's brutal. Wow. All right, let's see. 3, 2, 1.
Time a Taxi wins. Again, we have a victim. Wow. The Fiat just could not hold on. Eliminated. All right, this is the final first round race on the Hot Wheels side of the championship tournament. The winner of this one will take on Time a Taxi. We got Symbolic on the outside, and on the inside, Supervolt. And I think right now we should make predictions on who will stay on the track.
Oh.
I think racing or finishing the race in first place is kind of secondary at this point.
Yeah. It's been brutal at the races today. I don't know. I'm going to vote this dark green one will stay on.
All right, let's find out.
3, 2, 1.
And your prediction was correct. Symbolic advances and Supervolt does not. All right, we begin the Matchbox side of the tournament. We got the Porsche 911 against the Jeep Renegade. Please place them. All right, Jeep Renegade on the outside, Porsche on the inside. I hope both stay on the track. I want to see some good racing.
All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1.
Well, they both stayed on the track, but the Porsche, the Matchbox winner of our last tournament, advances. All right, in the outside lane, we got the Jaguar. On the inside lane, Opel Astra.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
The Opel Astra advances, and the Jag landed on its wheels, but is eliminated. All right, we got the Mazda on the outside, Karma, K's night car on the inside. Let's race them.
3, 2, 1.
The Mazda barely wins, and the Karma couldn't stay on the track. The Mazda barely wins. All right, count them down.
3, 2, 1.
All right, count it down and race them.
3, 2, 1.
We got a winner, but we also got a loser who went completely off track. All right, who will survive the track and cross the finish line? The Lotus or the Ford Fiesta?
3, 2, 1.
Looks like we got a redo here.
3, 2, 1.
The Ford Fiesta barely takes it. The Lotus takes the floor.
All right, let's count them down. 3, 2, 1.
We got a winner, and we got a car down. All right, in the outside lane, Nissan Sentra. In the inside lane, we got an Opel. Who's going to stay on the track?
3, 2, 1.
And the Nissan Sentra wins, but the bigger victory is both cars stayed on the track. We got the Mazda in the outside lane against the Porsche Spyder, which, if I recall in the last tournament, made it to the Matchbox final. It was defeated by its Porsche counterpart, the 911. What will happen now? Let's find out.
3, 2, 1.
Well, we're going to have a redo, a lane switch and a redo. Nobody crossed the finish line.
3, 2, 1.
The Porsche Spider from the jaws of defeat pulls out the victory. We got the Sweet 16 for our championship tournament. This is the second round. We got Lil Red taking on the Volkswagen Golf. And let's keep in mind, Lil Red can lose in this round, actually this match, and get a second chance. And this is the first time we're seeing Lil Red race ever. We have how many cars that went off the track so far? At least 8.
Yeah.
Almost every match we've seen, a car has run off the track. So let's see if...
It's been unforgiving today.
It has been very unforgiving.
Okay.
Unforgiving, I guess.
3, 2, 1.
Lil Red does not need a second chance to defeat the Volkswagen Golf. All right, in the outside lane, we got What For 2 against Burlesque. Who do you think is going to win this one?
I'm thinking it's going to be Burlesque.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, let me put it to you this way. If both cars can stay on the track, who do you think will win?
Still going to go with Burlesque this time.
All right, let's see if Burlesque wins.
3, 2, 1.
What for 2 with the upset? Wow. What for 2 with the upset? Wow. We got Driftsta, the green car in the outside lane, and the BDD12, the soccer car. Let's just call it what it is, in the inside lane. All right.
I'm going with the soccer car this time.
Me too.
3, 2, 1. Oh.
Wow. Did it disappear? Oh, it went off course. And Driftsta takes the victory. Outside lane, we got Time a Taxi. Inside lane, we got Symbolic. And this is the final second round on the Matchbox side.
I'm going to go with Jurassic Park.
Okay.
Taxi. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1.
Time a Taxi.
Got one this round.
Time a Taxi wins, and Symbolic could not handle the death curve in the inside lane, proving it really doesn't matter what lane you start in. Inside, outside, if you can't handle the death curve, you're eliminated. All right, place them and race them. We got the Porsche on the outside and Opel Astra on the inside.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
What a race.
Nice.
Porsche cannot be beat. Outside lane we have the Mazda. Inside lane we have the Subaru.
3, 2, 1.
And neither crossed the finish line, but both stayed on track. All right, lane switch, and we're gonna restart the race.
All right, let's try this again. 3, 2, 1.
Barely with the win, Subaru. Outside lane, red Ford Fiesta. Inside lane, we got the gray Subaru convertible. I think the Ford Fiesta is going to win.
Really?
It's been a dark horse. I mean, look at it. It's made it this far.
It's interesting because it has open windows versus an open top. So I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe aerodynamics will play a factor in this race.
3, 2, 1. Boom!
Ford Fiesta wins.
Boom!
All right, this is the final second round Matchbox match. Outside lane, we got the green Porsche Spyder. Inside lane, I'm going to call that red Nissan Sentra. I just looked at it. Yep. Who will advance?
3, 2, 1.
Porsche Spyder stays on track. Advances. We're down to the quarterfinals of our championship tournament.
Make sure I have it going the right way.
Little red on the outside, taking on what for? Keep in mind, Lil Red can lose this and take on what for once again. So I think Lil Red has the advantage.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Whoa.
Lil Red is going to need the advantage. What for? Defeats Lil Red. I'm actually in a little bit of shock here. I did not expect that to happen.
The first defeat of Little Red.
That's right. That's right. So we're going to switch lanes and do Lil Red's second chance. All right, this is Lil Red's second chance. It has to win this.
Or it will be eliminated.
It will be eliminated. And also keep in mind too, this is Lil Red's only second chance in this tournament. After this, it's sudden death.
3, 2, 1.
Whoa! Neither car crosses the finish line. We're going to have another lane swap, and these two will race each other for the third time today. When you're ready.
3, 2, 1.
Unbelievable!
Oh!
Lil Red, the odds-on favorite, could not stay on track and is eliminated while What For advances in the championship tournament. Final Hot Wheels quarterfinal match. No, semifinal. Quarterfinal. Quarterfinal. Yeah, my brain is scrambled from that last race. I did not expect that at all.
No, I'm kind of disappointed.
I know, I kind of wanted Lil Red to win, but we must move on. Lil Red is no longer in contention for the championship, but these two cars are. We got the green Driftsta and the yellow Time Taxi, aka the Jurassic Park taxi, if Jurassic Park had taxi service.
All right, let's see who takes this one. 3, 2, 1. Wow.
Driftsta, not even close. All right, we're on the Matchbox side of the quarterfinals. We got the green Porsche Spyder against slowly becoming a favorite of mine, the Ford Fiesta.
Ironically enough.
Right. It's anybody's game now.
3, 2, 1.
Anybody's game except the Ford Fiestas. The Porsche Spyder advances to these semis. Outside lane we have the Porsche 911. Inside lane we have the Subaru. The winner of this takes on the Porsche Spyder in our championship semifinals.
3, 2, 1.
Porsche 911. Kind of a repeat performance from the last tournament. Will take on the Porsche Spyder. Championship semifinal time on the Hot Wheels side. We have What For, which made it to the final in our last tournament. What For taking on Driftsta, which was eliminated in the second round in the last tournament. On the Matchbox side, it's a rematch from the last tournament. Porsche 911 against the Porsche Spyder. Porsche 911 last time defeated the Spyder. This time, will the Spyder get revenge?
All right, these two are kind of designed similarly, so this should be interesting. All right, 3, 2, 1.
What For stays on track and wins. Meanwhile, Driftsta disappears, which I think it disappeared last time in the second round.
We got these two Porsches going against each other.
The green Spyder on the outside, the 911 on the inside. Remember, the last tournament, these two faced each other. The 911 won. Will history repeat itself? Who will advance to take on What For in the Double R Racing Championship Final?
3, 2, 1.
History repeats itself. The 911 advances to the final. We have our two finalists here. The Hot Wheels What For 2. The Matchbox Porsche 911. The Porsche 911 in our last tournament was defeated in the final against a Little Red, the very car that What For defeated in dramatic fashion today. Who will win? Who will become the first ever Double R Racing champion?
Three, 2, 1.
What For barely defeats the Porsche 911 and becomes the first ever Double R Racing champion. And quite deservedly, it took 3 tries for it to defeat Lil Red, the odds-on favorite. It survived the course by staying on track every time. It is the Double R Racing champion and takes its place at the top of the podium. As always, thanks for watching, and stay tuned to this channel for more die-cast racing action. See you next time.